Hello guys, it's John here. Obviously I'm coming to you from Gatlinburg. They've opened it up to the public. Me and the families decided to drive down here and respectfully check out the damage and take a look at everything. But we're just before you get into Gatlinburg, and we're at a cabin neighborhood here. You can see the first place we're at here. And it's just a whole neighborhood of cabins that's just completely burned out. We'll walk around here a little bit and take a look. You can see here, this was just like a cul-de-sac of cabins, rental cabins and homes. People lived here too. And it's just devastated. You can see the tree here, or the pole that's burned out, power lines all over the area here. You can see up the mountain here. It's just total devastation. This is the residential areas, and it's been devastated. It's amazing. It's hard to understand till you actually come here and see it in person. There's this cabin here, and over here. It's really sad because I've been to this place. I've actually worked in some of these cabins up here, installing alarm systems, and it's really awful to see them all gone like this. As you can see here, most of the trees are okay. All the underbrush is what burnt, and it really burnt hot too, I'm sure. It's crazy.
Electrical outlet.
Just to give you an idea of how hot this was. See this steel beam? It is actually warped and looks like a water slide going down through here. That is insane. Look at that warped piece of steel. These are solid steel I-beams.
It's a piece of glass.
Piece of glass. Hang on, let me zoom back out. Heather's found this piece of glass here with a nail melted to it. That is insane. Couldn't imagine how hot that. Look, the water heater's still standing, but it exploded. This is crazy. You can see this tree. You can see just as we drive, so many cabins are devastated. And then you come around a curve and you see all these cabins gone, but there's one building still standing right here that is just completely untouched. And that happens every once in a while. You'll see a place that's just completely untouched. There's this cabin up here you can see. And then just right down the hill from it, we got two cabins sitting here that's completely untouched. They're a little scorched on the sides, but these people, whatever they built these cabins out of, they keep doing it, because how they survived this. These are like the only two cabins up here that survived. The rest of them are all gone. Well, did you get that over there? Are you recording or no? And this is one of the cabins we all stayed in at one point for a birthday party. And you can see here, this is where they marked it, that they've searched it for bodies. I know it's really morbid and everything, but it's good they do that. You can see all the debris left over here from what's left. Look at this melted street lamp here. That is so wild. It's just insane how this is melted. So look how that it's just hanging there. This is over near Westgate Resort where I used to work. You see a lot of these houses on this road connecting over has survived, but right next to this house, look at these cars in this house right here. It's insane. The rims are even melted off of them. And then over, you know, a lot of the places survived up here, which I'm glad to see, but there's still hundreds of people without homes, and it's really, really sad. You can see this house here in front of us burnt, the one behind it looks to be untouched. And then one of our favorite places that we've stayed at the last several years, this little bear cabin here, is completely gone. We actually had our names written under the pool table in the basement. We spent a lot of time in this little cabin here, and it's really sad that it's now gone. And here, if you look back over here, this is Westgate Resort. Now, I spent many years working here at Westgate, and it's been one of the headlines of the news, you know, 76, I believe, buildings were destroyed on this property. But over here was one of my favorite places about Gatlinburg, and it's now called the Eight Gables Inn. We always knew it as the Magnolia Tea Room, and it was like a bed and breakfast that was here. You can see all that is left is the foundation, footers, and the fireplaces. It's really sad to see this place gone. This place was a very memorable. You see everything up the mountain here is gone. This is over here next to, like I said, Westgate Resort, my former employer. And this was the Magnolia Tea Room, or the Eight Gables Inn, which is what it was more recently called. It's very sad to see. We're going to go into town, into downtown Gatlinburg, and check it out and see what's left there. So, we'll see. This little guy survived. Look at him. He's happy. He made it through the fires. This is just kind of eerie. All the bulbs on the ground here from the Christmas carolers. It's still standing. As you know, like all of downtown is fine, like the main strip. And the aquarium, there was a lot of rumors going around that it had burnt or was burning, but no, all the 11,000 animals are fine. The fire actually, what saved it was, the owner said, or the curator, there's a parking structure in the back of it, and the fire got to it, but the concrete parking structure saved the aquarium from actually catching on fire. So thank goodness for the placement of that parking structure. We're on River Road, I believe it is. Yeah, River Road, the back street. I know there's some fire damage up here. We're gonna go check out, and then we'll see what's going on there. The River House Motor Lodge. Wow. It is gone. It's set right on the river. It's a beautiful resort. It's an old... Never mind. Ski Mountain Plaza here. I'm glad that propane tank didn't blow. Yeah, we're going up Ski Mountain Road right now to see the extent of the damage up here. As you can see, this hotel here, we're going to pull up here and take a look at the ocean. It is burnt. This is at the top of Ski Mountain Road. You can't get up in there. You can see it's just the skeleton of the hotel that's all that's left. You can see half of this hotel survived and the other half is just a skeleton of what it was. It's completely burnt. As you can see, that's what they called the castle, is this huge mansion that's set up. Pretty much a staple of Gatlinburg. Ghost stories about it, you know, all the ghost tours would tell you about it. It's part of postcards and all this stuff, and now it's just a skeleton of steel and ash. It's really sad. And then on up from it, there's a resort there that's gone. That whole mountainside was on fire, and there's a lot of images of that on there too. It's good to see tourists back in here. Even the Bubba Gump shrimp mascot goes back to us now, but glad to see people walking back down the streets again. A little bit of normalcy here in downtown Gatlinburg. You know, there was a lot of rumors that the whole city was burnt. There was so many different things spread the night of the fire. We're fortunate that what was saved was saved. It's still terrible that all the homes were lost and people are without homes now. But we're fortunate to have what we got left. And there was rumors and actually some very terrifying videos coming from inside the Park Vista, which is this hotel right here. And as you can see, the hotel is still standing. We spent our anniversary in here before. We love this place. Now there is some damage outside, but the hotel itself is still here and will be open again. They just got to do some cleanup work around it. But there are some images from inside where the flames were just blazing right outside the hotel. It's just really amazing that it did not burn. Adam the Woo. Up here is some of the more devastated parts of Gatlinburg. These are some apartments that were here, and you see the vehicles that's just been burnt. And these are completely gone. And there's actually... What amazes me is underneath this one, this car survived with minimum damage. That's insane. And there's actually numbers on that. I believe they found bodies in that one. Instead of a 0, it had a 2 on it. And there's a lot of damage right over in here. And wow. This is amazing. Seeing it in person is just not like seeing it on TV or even in this video. Devastation after devastation. Okay, we're heading up 321 like if you're heading towards Cosby. I know there's a lot of damage up here. The initial first part there's not. But we'll see what it looks like up this way. See all these, this hotel here is burnt, part of it, up the hill. And then these efficiencies here, some of these have burnt. Okay, we're drove up to the top of the mountain here, we're heading back down. It's just, everything's devastated up here. This is Browns Ridge Road. There's a lot of people here to look at the damage. We'll head back down the mountain. There's a lot of damage down through here. You'll see. Is this the mailbox here? There's a picture on this mailbox of what they're using there right there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you won't be able to see it. See here, they're all over town starting to clean up. We've been seeing them haul a lot of these charred cars and stuff out. We've got the hazmat people over here working and cleaning up. It's time to get this place cleaned up and hopefully get a lot of these places rebuilt. You see a truck. What the? That was scary. A limb just fell and hit the car. Scared us half to death. Sorry about that, guys.
I think it was wire.
Yeah, I think it was some wire hanging or something. We didn't see it, and it just smacked us out of the car. Just a little log thing. That about give me a heart attack. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna head back out here on 321 and see what we got farther up the road. And down there was the Alamo Steakhouse. Looks like they set up a tent. If you look, even right here, the glass is just melted into the seat. Look at this, that's glass. Be careful. Just melted glass. And then you see the tire shreds here. It's insane. It's amazing how hot this fire actually got. Look at that. That's all glass just melted into the seat. This is on 321 right across from, see, BB&T, and I think it's Mountain National Bank's fine, but this over here is pretty much destroyed. Looks like a restaurant or something was here, or a little gas station. It's really sad. See all the chairs and stuff still sitting here. Tables and stuff, and people would eat inside. Some actual melted metal there. See the sign from the wind has been blown sideways. And this place here, the ice machine there is basically melted almost. And this car, it's insane. The rims melted to the ground. It's crazy how hot this was. Look at all these soda cans and bottles back here. The beer, that's all beer. It's all burned up. See, natural ice there, natural light, some Bud Light in all this restaurant equipment here. It's been burnt. More melted metal. This little convenience station here, just look, still items on the shelves here and the coolers over there. It's crazy. This is very heartbreaking. I believe someone was lost that had a connection with this. Come on, straighten up. On here it says, Pam, we miss you. That's sad. We got a rose here and this little memorial somebody set for the lady named Pam. I believe on this is kind of a gathering spot for a lot of locals here, and somebody set this out for her. I believe she passed on in the fires. I'm not 100% sure of the story on that, but judging by this, that's probably the case. God bless that family, and that's just heartbreaking right there. Creek Place Efficiencies was kind of a hotel, and I think people who lived here could rent this out for, you know, a week at a time or a month at a time. This place is one of the places that's been just devastated. You see that it's completely gone. There's nothing left. Cars sitting here burned out. All these people's belongings. Like someone collected some railroad ties here. It almost looks like somebody been antiquing here. That's sad. You can see down in here, this was somebody's apartment. I don't think this was a vacation rental. I may be wrong. If you know for sure, let me know. Please share in the comments. Sorry about that. I had a nail in my shoe. But yeah, let me share in the comments whether you know what this place. I'm pretty sure it was an apartment area that you could rent by the month or a week to live in. And you see the red X here, meaning they searched the vehicle for bodies. It's just sad devastation. Well guys, we went through Gatlinburg, taking a lot of pictures. I wanted to wait till after it was open to the public out of respect for a lot of my friends and the people who lived here, people that lost everything. Just getting from this main part of Gatlinburg is fine. It's okay. A lot of these places like this right here did not make it, and it's really sad to see. And the good thing is, you know, Dolly Parton obviously has done a charity where she's given the families who lost their homes $1,000 a month for 6 months. And another person you may never heard of, his name's David Fee. Put it to you simple, Dolly owns half of Pigeon Forge, he probably owns the other half. He owns a lot of the shows. He has donated a lot of money. And the people here are coming together. It's one of them things that's, not to be a pun or anything, but it's a trial by fire. Sometimes a disaster like this will bring people together stronger and more together than they ever were. So God bless Gatlinburg. God bless you for watching. Keep Gatlinburg in mind. Help out if you can. And until next time, God bless. And you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.